haven't done this in a while. Well, all right guys, well it's time. I've been talking about this for a while and I've mentioned it on a couple live streams and it's finally time. I am going to start taking cars on. Now let me explain this a little bit more. So I get asked all the time, hey, can you build my car? Hey, can you swap this? Hey, can you do the brakes in my car? Let me explain what this is going to be. It's going to be a service I offer. I'm going to take on 1, maybe 2 cars a year. That's it. And believe it or not, I'm going to do all the work myself. Besides some of the body work we're going to put out, but it is going to be something that I take care of from nut to butt. So when you drop it off to me, I take care of it all. So what the service is going to be is a Supra restoration. If you have a Mark IV Supra, I'm debating whether I get into SC300s right now, but as of right now, I'm going to be sticking to the Mark IV Supra. You drop it off, we will restore it within reason. We're going to offer a couple packages. You can pick any color you want for the car if you like to change the color of the car. This includes things like new headlights, new taillights, new seals for the car. Anything we deem that needs to be replaced. That includes us, tucking and shaving a few things, tucking all the engine bay wiring harness, tucking the actual wiring harness for the engine, doing a couple odds and ends things, new turbo kit, new rebuilt engine that includes a new engine, and we'll get a VVTi engine of some sort in the car. We would do auto or manual, that does not matter. If you already have a TT, that makes it even easier. We can refresh everything if you'd like. Now, the packages are gonna probably start around $50,000, and you're probably right off the back going, oh my God, Ryan, $50,000? Well, let me explain. You're getting nut to butt. Lack of better words here. So you drop it off, you don't pay for anything. What I mean is, it is a lump sum style where I supply the turbo kit, I supply the paint, I supply all the materials, everything. I give you an upfront cost of what we're gonna be replacing. You see what it is, you pay half up front, just like any other shop would, and then you pay the final part when we're done. But that includes all the paint, all the body work, all the new seals, everything, the new headlights, taillights, all that's included in that price. Now, I'm not done making the spreadsheet yet, I'm not done going over it. Obviously, we've got costs, we've got overhead. I gotta make sure everything, it is still somewhat profitable for me, but it is something I'm going to offer. I get asked this all the time. No, I am not going to do just a swap for your car. No, I am not going to do just brakes in your car. No, I am not going to detail your car. I'm offering this one type of service because this is what I want to do. I don't want to do anything else. And if you think, well, you're being narrow, I don't care, because realistically, I don't need to do this. I'm doing it to try and help out others, doing it as a service, something to give back, and also to make myself some money. I feel like I'm pretty good at this now. I've had a lot of people help me. If you get one of these setups, it'll be a lot of parts from Night Run Garage, and then Kaizen Motorsports will have the harness in this, and then it'll be painted by Beaver's Auto Body. I'll kind of go over that, sit down with the customer, whoever it is, explain what they're going to be doing, what the timeline is for everything, depending on parts, because that can be a problem, especially from Toyota. Some aftermarket parts might be an issue, but I'll be dealing a lot with Night Run, Powerhouse Racing, also be a big factor in that. Now again, cost, let's get back to that. So base, we are on 55,000, it includes everything. It can get up to around 75, 80, depending how crazy you want to go with the turbo kit, built head, all that stuff. I'd like to keep these cars as mild as possible. If you want a full drag car, go to SP, go to Titan, go to Real Street. I'm not doing that. I build street cars. Think of this more of a Singer style build or an RWB build without the crazy body kit. I build the car, I take care of it. They'll be production numbered, they'll be labeled too. It'll come with a titanium plate up on the seal. It'll be a pure function built vehicle. You'll have serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And I'm also going to let you, if you want your own serial number, like I want to be serial number 346. That's fine with me. I don't care. I'll make you that serial number. They don't have to be in order. So we're going to do something like that. So what you probably get in the end is most likely, I have a good feeling people are going to want T56 Magnum swaps with either a non-VVTi or a VVTi engine. You can pick out whichever you prefer. We can do an A340 build or 6R80. That's up to you. We can do a 9-inch rear end if you'd like to do so in the car. Full paint for the car. We won't do any body kits if you want that done. That's not something you're going to get from me. I won't do it. I'll refuse. Like if you say you agree to everything and then you say I want to put this body kit or that on it, that's fine. I'm not the guy for you. I refuse to do that. So you would have to stick to a stockish body, stock lip. We'll do some aftermarket lips depending what you like. I'll give you 3 options for those. I'm working on a custom lip right now to see that will be specific to my brand and to Pure Function itself. Wheel options, that is also included in the price. I probably should mention that. You will get new wheels with the car. You'll get your brakes powder coated, all that good stuff. Kind of like a car you see here, kind of like mine is. It'll give specific color to the valve covers, to the brakes. It'll kind of be like your own niche thing. You can pick out whatever color you like. I don't care if it's neon green to just plain black. That's completely up to you. Now again, getting back there, I'm trying to keep the cars within reason. 800 horsepower is about the max I plan on doing with these cars, so most of them will be a factory style refresh. I am not going to be doing any crazy motor builds. Again, if you want that, go to one of the big shops that build drag cars. I'm not building a drag car. I'm giving you over a turnkey street car that runs, drives, and acts nice. Now we'll also be getting an interior. If you want new leather and all that stuff too, 100% could do. Can get you new center console, new dash panels, all that good stuff. Again, that's within reason. We have to be able to find it from Toyota, or I'll try to source as much as I can aftermarket wise if it's available. Now, you're probably wondering timeline. I've calculated it out because I'll be doing this on the side still, and I'll be recording a lot of the process too, as long as the customer is willing to allow that. If not, I will not record. That's completely up to the customer. If you guys want that, probably going to be about 6 months minimum from start to finish, depending how crazy we go. The low end and some of the higher end is going to take years. That's why I'm saying it could be up to a year depending how crazy we go with it, especially when it comes to the body part. That's really time consuming, unfortunately. If you have a hard top, that's even going to be harder, as a lot of those seals are discontinued, so I'm really gonna have to start searching those down. I'm working my hardest right now to find someone to remake those, so I'm working on that currently, but I haven't had any luck quite yet. Before I get any more backlash and I get back this here, I get it, some of you are probably thinking already, 50,000, 55,000 is a lot of money. And to you it might be, but I gotta make some money on it. If you already know, like I'm putting headlights in it, right there's $1,000. That's one little small thing, taillights, another 300 some odd dollars. Paint, you're looking at 10 to 12 grand just for that. It's not gonna be a cheapo paint. We're gonna jam it, doors, glass, everything will come out of the car. If we need to replace the windshield, replace any glass, we'll probably replace all the quarter glasses in the car. Everything will be smoothed out, paint the engine bay, underside of the hood, new brakes for the cars, unless you want to keep your factory ABS. It's completely up to you. You can keep your factory ABS. Try to tuck, shave, make everything as pretty as possible, unless the customer wants all the wiring trim. Again, it's up to you. So, I mean, it's going to get costly. I mean, the turbo kit alone from something like Powerhouse Racing is going to be around 8 grand. T56 Magnum, you're looking at $8,000 to $10,000. I mean, if you listen there, guys, there's 30-some thousand, what, 34, 35,000 right there wrapped up in just parts. So, I mean, it can go quick. Then I got to supply a motor. I got to supply interior parts. I got to supply seals. I mean, it adds up extremely fast. Just those couple things are rambled off. And again, when I sit down with the customer, I'll have a detailed list going over every single seal, what the cost is to you, when it will be done, etc. So I'm pretty excited about this. If you guys want to, I'd love if you guys could share this video to see if your friends out there would be interested. I plan on starting this summer. I'm going to finish up the wife's car back here before I dive into all that. I want this done and out of the way. This way it's not a hindrance on anyone else's car, because obviously I need to get this done. This is already done, so I'm not worried about it. The next thing is, these most likely will be going to somewhere else to be stored, or I'll be getting another shop, something small, to work in with a lift. To do everything there to get it knocked out. As of right now, like I said, it'll just be me. There might be some friends like Brandon Bless helping out. If time comes, maybe he'll come on full time. That's long haul, long picture. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this, guys. I hope this is what you're looking for. To those people that have been asking and asking, here's your chance to have me build your car. It's not going to be cheap, and I'm going to keep reiterating that for anyone that thinks I'm crazy. It's fine, you can think I'm crazy. But it's going to be a nut-to-butt car, that it's going to be a pure function build, how I'd spec it out. There's some couple wheel options I'd like to stick to too. Again, I'll let the customer pick out wheels, but I'm going to have something that I prefer up front and tell you what the cost will be and all that good stuff. I'm going to try to keep the car as simple as possible. Another thing I should mention too, you will get new suspension with the car, and that can be variant from, you want to go as crazy as like Penske's, KW's, or cheaper down to some Megan coilovers. Obviously, we don't want to get those, but we can put some like HCAS or something else on for like $1,100-1,200 bucks. Again, more cost, but it's up to the customer in the end. And for anyone that's new, this is kind of the route we'll be going. We'll be completely stripping out the car. Every seal will come out, glass will come out of the car. We get all new gas shocks for it. All the plastics would say, I would try to keep all the factory plastics. Obviously, we put that all back in when said and done. We can replace the carpet if need be, but all the doors will come out. The only thing that will stay in the car, but when it goes to paint, is your dash. I do not remove the dashes. That is one thing I don't want to have to deal with. If not, we can do it. Again, another added cost. All the door handles come out, all the seals, glass come out of the doors, rear quarter glass, front windshield glass. The engine comes out. I don't plan on doing any type of shaving like I've done in this car. I'm gonna be keeping it as close to OEM rebuild and resprays. When you get into this is where it gets really, really expensive and really, really time consuming. Just this little bit of area here, which I need to do a second time yet. We're looking at like 18 hours. At 75 bucks an hour, guys, you can do the math. It's not cheap. And that's just that end of it. That's just shaving parts of the engine bay. So it can get quite expensive. It can get quite time consuming. Now, some things too that I would do different. We can keep your factory fuel system, run a -6 and keep you on 93 pump gas, or we can do a whole new fuel system, triple fuel pump hanger in the car, all that goody stuff. That will be 100% up to you. Again, wheels, tires, brakes will replace. I'm trying to think of anything else that might need to be done. Oh, we can also, with the suspension, do new sway bars, end links. Check your power steering rack. Why it's like this, as you can see, it's much easier to get to the power steering. If you want to, we can go to a manual rack from Grandis Racing if you'd like to. Trying to keep everything as cool as possible. We'd obviously keep AC in your car. These are going to be street cars, so we want AC. We're going to make sure you have your master cylinder, which will also paint and take care of all of that. Again here, if you want to see the plate, which is right here, your car will come with something like this. Now, this is a prototype right now. Thanks to JT Barish, who's making these. Now, it would be something like this. It would say pure function built. Now, under that or beside it, instead of Japan, it would say pure function built, serial number, blah, 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 like serial number 001, 002, 348, whatever you want it to be. Then the model, what engine's in it, your frame number, the liters, like say if you did get a stroked motor, which I'd like to stay away from. We're going to do stock builds. The color of your car, trim, turbo, tell all that stuff like it's aero top. Put transmission in it, like for me, I did a Trans T56 Magnum. The plant that it came from originally, where instead of having a plant there, we'll probably put, you know, what's done to the head or the head type in it, and then built by, and it would say my name there, because in case we do get down the road, it says built by Ryan Scott, someone else like Brandon Bless might be working his cars down the road and have their name on it. Kind of like you would see like on an R35 GTR when they build an engine, where it has the engine builder's name on the block or on the head, I believe. We would do something of the same. Now, I can always change it. I'd like feedback on that if you guys would like to see something different. I hope this was helpful, guys. If there's something you want to see, or if there's something you're interested in, or you would like to share with your friends, please do me that favor and share away. One last thing too, guys, we're going to be having some new shirts and new hats coming out here. So I'm pretty stoked about that, especially with the build end of it and doing like a pure function build, like shirt and hat. Pretty neat. So I'll have that up on the website if you want to. Again, go check out the website, get the last bit of merch that I have of the old stuff. I've got it all discounted real cheap. So if you want some cool pure function merch for real dirt cheap, now's your chance. Again, guys, thank you very much. Share away. Appreciate it. Talk to you all later. Peace.